Good morning. Welcome to my comfy spot. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I don't know. I honestly can't think of a thing that I want to say because the thing I want to talk about is just horrible again. I just want to ask protect our kids, please. Please protect our kids. Just do something. Think of something, please. Anyway. So I planted some stuff yesterday and thinking about doing something today, but it's a really crappy day out here right now. Very, very gray. Very, very gray. I guess I want to ask anybody who's out there, what do you think about things? What do you think about what our government does? What do you think about teachers do? What do you think about police do? Everything is so abnormal nowadays. Everything is. Um, it's really like Bizarro World. Um, I just struggle sometimes with the words people use, and they just don't seem right for the moment. You know, yeah, can't help that. Can't help it. Went to the $1.25 store yesterday because that's what they charge now. I wonder if they're going to change their name. Picked up a few things that I needed. Some little toy cars because I'm going to be making, I guess it'd be called a diorama, to explain to some people what actually happens during the annual dipping of the Bear Soup Brothers. So I put some things together to explain what happens. I remember it's April 1st, big event. If you're up between 1 and 3 a.m., turn your gaze to the rainbow tank. I guess that's what they call it now. I just remember when it first went up, people went berserk because the yellow one looked like Ho Chi Minh. I'm not going to tell you who he is. Look it up. Get in your Wikipedia, and look him up. But now he's blue, I think. So just turn your gaze towards that, and as you see the lid being lifted, and the Bear Soup Brothers going up in the crane for the annual dipping. So remove the hair off these hairy bastards. They're like gorillas. That's why we have to do it once a year. Ballyhoo will be there. He's always there. He doesn't have to be dipped anymore. Once again, I mentioned before, he had an allergic reaction the first time and lost all his hair. So he's he's completely slick. Ballyhoo Bear Suit. I just did a couple of little things today to post on Facebook. I'm kind of hungry. But it's weird. Sorry. Ever since COVID, I had COVID in the hospital. Once again, South Shore Hospital has been trying to kill me for years. I got COVID in there and turned to pneumonia right after they took the cancerous tumor out of me. Anyway, I really have been able to, I don't have any taste. I don't have any, everything tastes the same, sort of like gravel. And honestly, I look at some things now that I used to eat all the time, and I can't, my stomach turns. I haven't been able to eat my popcorn since then, and I used to eat it, I don't know, a couple bags a day But it's so strange, everything tastes the same, I don't know. Once in a while it seems like, oh my God, I didn't sleep well last night. Every once in a while it seems like I get a flavor or something, but I don't know. I bought a $100,000 buy yesterday, and I've been sitting here because, the teeth aren't that great, so I've been just sitting sucking the chocolate off of it until I get to the rice, the rice inside of it, and then the caramel. I kind of tasted it. I think I did, or maybe it was just my mind. But I don't know. I can't think of anything really. I may go out there anyway and plant some more stuff. It's just right about the time. Probably going to be a lot of flowers this year, which I've really never done before, but I got to figure out where all my seeds are, because when I put things away, honestly, since the COVID, I don't remember 5 minutes later. I honestly don't remember. My brain is like mush a lot of times. But I got carrots and peas and string beans, I think. And I think beets again. The beets, I got like 5 beets last year. So it wasn't bad. But you buy these seeds, most of them don't come up. Most of them just, I don't know what they do. But, you throw 100 seeds down, you might get 5 of something. In any, supermarket, it's like seed envelope, I usually get them up at Walmart. Because you're going to buy actual, professional seeds in a small package. They a lot of money. They're a lot of money. I spent a little bit more on one package of seeds, and I haven't opened it, but I think I got 5. See, it might have been a corn. I spent a little bit more than I usually did. You don't get much. So, yeah, I'm going to try the corn in the buckets again. I think that I might have planted the corn maybe too deep into the buckets, and they don't grow out that big. The carrots always come out kind of funny looking, but they're carrots. And fingers crossed about the tomatoes. I get some tomato seeds. I'm going to try that, but I'm going to get my plants, though, I don't know, maybe down at the one in Southern Artery or whatever. Usually it's Home Depot or Walmart, and I get the little starter ones, a couple inches tall. I don't know. Am I banging on too much about nothing? I don't know. My throat keeps on going up and down and in and out and cranky, and I can't adjust my volume because I'm not sure how much air I have to push through everything. So sometimes it just comes out loud, Oh. Anyway, I watched a video yesterday of one of the tree climber guys cutting down a type of a palm tree. And they showed this video where a guy had cut part of the palm tree off, and the thing went woof, like swirling back and forth and back and forth. And I was like, just watching it, I wanted to puke. I can't imagine what he felt like up there. But yeah, I watch a few of these tree climbing guys. They're insane. One guy was talking about yesterday about fear. He says, you shouldn't really ever get over it. That's when you make mistakes. Sure, if you get used to something, your awareness is down. And I don't think you can make a mistake when you're in a 140-foot tree at the top. And some of these ones, yeah, they're that big or bigger. But one of the guys travels around the country just cutting down trees. But him and a couple of others are all based out of the Washington State, Portland, Oregon, sort of whatever area, or around those 2 states. And it's funny because they would talk about if they travel anywhere else, there's trees there that aren't where they're from. Where they're from, it seems like there's only 5 types of trees. And Anyway, I'm really hoping for the chestnuts. So, anybody got any comments about anything or anything, you and I can talk about? I'm trying to think of some kind of story from my life, and everything's just like really blocked right now. It's because of the shooting yesterday. And right after that, they went to the White House, waiting for comments about it from Uncle Joe. God, just by coincidence, the whole room was filled with kids, but they were older than the kids at that school, I guess. And people were laughing and joking around about stuff, and I'm like, have they heard about this yet? Well, of course they did. But it's just like, okay, move on. And he was talking about ice cream. It's some full of shit. I can't believe this guy, he's going to run again. He's going to be like 112 or something when he's done. But how is he going to get rid of Kamala? He's not happy with Kamala. Sorry. If he wasn't running, I think, what did he call it? People call her Pocahontas. I think if he wasn't running, that Elizabeth Warren probably would have taken a shot. I wish we could just get this over with and elect a woman. Get it over with. So then sometime down the road they can say, when they elect the third one, she's only the third woman elected president. I like when they do that. She's only. Listen, you got to be number one. You're the first. After that, it doesn't mean shit. But when they get to the thing, it's like, she's only the eighth, or he's only the sixth that has held it. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? There's like 5 people ahead of you that did it. But they always do that thing. Like in sports, ESPN does it all the time. They'll say some guy's name, Joaquin, Smith is only the 17th player from the Dominican Republic to walk in his first at bat. Oh my God, who gives a shit, I wonder if there is a Joaquin Smith. Dominican have a lot of... It's funny, I noticed this years ago. They seem to have a lot of Soviet-type names or Russian names over the years, and I've never understood it. I mean, there was one guy that played, that he was, I don't know, he's named after one of the generals. There was a guy named after one of the astronauts. Somebody else, but it seemed like it's like odd. It was, it was like Ivan. Oh, Ivan Rodriguez, I think, was one of the guys, wasn't it? Weird, We didn't have a lot of Glenn Joneses here, or Buzz Gallagher's, pretty much they were playing names, Michael and John. We didn't have any unusual names for astronauts that I can remember. Did you remember waking up and turning the TV on when they landed on the moon? But it was like a little bit after, I think. I don't think I actually saw them go down. They were already down on the ground. And then after that, they just kept, they went up, and then the infamous Apollo 13. Like, dudes, seriously? You couldn't, let your scientific shit behind and just go, can we just call it something else and call it Bluebirds 1, Bluebirds 2, but come on, Apollo 13, what do you think was going to happen? Yeah, I'm a superstitious person. The way my life has gone, I can't be anything else but think there's some greater power messing with me. I know there's one that's always protecting me, without a doubt. Some years back, one of my sisters says to me something about being surprised at me being religious or something. I'm like, well, I have what I have my entire life. You know, I'm not standing on a corner on an apple crate preaching about it, but I have what I have, and I have what I believe. You know, and it's always been there. I mean, they claim they threw me out when I say I get divorced. Get divorced again, I guess they can't throw you out twice. You know, but it's foolish. See, they tell me that I can't receive sacraments, but one bright spot when I was in the hospital, this fella came in and asked me if I wanted to receive it. I was like, yeah. And then I realized I think he was an Episcopal minister. He wasn't a Catholic priest. Because I think they'd mentioned before if that I need anybody to come in and talk, and I said, sure, yeah. So that's why he came in and asked me if I wanted to receive the sacrament, you know. And it's been a long, long time. Long, long time. You know. It felt good. It really did, like it's supposed to. You know. I guess I really have nothing. Like I said, anybody want to put anything in the comments about something maybe we can talk about? That'd be nice. So, please be safe out there. Hug your children. Carry on.